Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Ace Attorney, the great Ace Attorney adventures. Last time we stowed away into the ship and were, accused, again, of a crime we didn't commit. So now we're investigating. Somehow they're letting the accused investigate. And I left my phone volume on. Okay, well, I know the audio's working at least. So yeah, let's continue. No, she wouldn't be thrown out like that. Oh yeah, and we also found the missing ballet thing. Hold up, I need to adjust my chair. I think. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that was a bad idea. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I fucking hate this. I hope I didn't just jar my finger, but I was trying to do that. Holy shit. Ow. Okay. Okay. Good way to start the stream. You know, it's really tough doing everything with one hand. Oh shit, did I just undo something? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I think we'll be okay. I think my finger's okay. I just kind of squished it between the table and my chair. I don't have the best setup. I need to fix that. I wish I could. Oh, fuck me. Well, hello. Ah, shit. Okay, well. Welcome back, everyone. We're just, we found the fucking ballerina and whatever, moving on. I wish we managed to find some clues what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to do for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute! What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. That's convenient. Oh, it's actually marked as we've investigated it already. Oh, interesting. Well, that saves me having to check it every single time. I didn't check this one. Oh, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what it tastes like. You can't eat it, Naruto-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Cosmos leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Alright. I'm guessing we talk. I really wish you'd had a chance to look around Miss Pavlova's cavern. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, Oh, no, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand! Maybe I should steer clear with him until he's forgotten my face. What do you mean? I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruto-san. Alright. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin. It's Cosmo-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardroom inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. Alright, let's head inside then. Can't go in. Damn. Okay. Just cheese the confines of the of reality using the game menu to get inside. And then here, Asperia, first class cabin number 1. It looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruto-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd just lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Wherever he is. Oh god. Oh god. Well, yes. So it's clear that these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. And yet they spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an unambiguous point to you, Naruto-san, as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelled out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Cosmo-san would have written his last words, a word, in Russian. Which begs the question of who did write it.
You, where did you go?
Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate.
Why? Who gave you permission for this?
Well, Seaman Hosonaga did.
That's new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into ballroom to him cold wool.
He's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruto-san. I'm guessing there isn't anything else I need to investigate. Wait, actually, hold up. This is where Kazuma spent his final moments, writing his diary. 1:23, I'm here faint with listening sound. Okay, this is stuff we've seen before. Some speckled band, what does that mean? Oh. It's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Kazuma-san left a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruto-san. We will! Okay. So this ventilator joins Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it. But she seemed as baffled as we were. Yes. I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Okay. Hosonaga, what do you got for us? Oh jeez. Oh Jesus Christ.
Ah, you're back.
Inspector! What happened to you? Your faces!
Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches.
Made by a bear, maybe?
When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and toss me overboard.
What?
But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really.
It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin.
Yes, so I understand.
Oh.
I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though.
Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh god, it looks so terrible. Cabin next door.
What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door.
Oh, do you know who she is?
Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that Grace was?
Oops, I think I upset him there.
Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least.
How?
Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they?
Oops, now definitely upset him.
Inspector.
Hey Curb, welcome. Kazuma! Kazuma! I need Inosuke screaming, Kazuma! Just like fucking, Bishop! From No More Heroes. Inspector, your investigation here proved fruitful?
If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure that the scene is disturbed, ready to hand over to Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job.
Oh, I see.
Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you.
Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. New information. What's this new information you have, Inspector?
It's this. The Burglarious medical officer has finished examination of the body. I have managed to obtain the report.
Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. It's an autopsy report. Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death?
Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report.
His neck was broken?
Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all.
Well, what weapon was used then?
Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests that it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark.
Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility. And no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma.
I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never agree to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I?
Ah! Sato's feeling a bit guilty, huh? The post-mortem report has been entered in the court record. Okay. Great detective. I should probably check the post-mortem report. Oh, Mr. Shonks was here, was he? Hold up. Male Far Eastern, sometime between 1 AM and a little past 2 AM. Okay. Instant death. Victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. I'm just gonna double check one more time quickly that there aren't multiple pages. No, there's only one page. I'm not making that mistake again.
Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored.
Did he say anything at all?
Actually, now you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted. "It's shoe polish," was what he said.
Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. It was when he was of...
It was when he was over there by the pieces of the broken glass, you see.
Oh, interesting. Oh, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think?
Ah, yes, that must be it.
But how could Mr. Sholmes know it's shoe polish?
That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I've no idea.
What is it, Suzazu-san? Well, Cosmo someone's wearing lecherous shoes with a very dark tan hair. Dark tan, a sort of dark brownish red then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. Often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polisher and Cosmo shoes so they scuffed the floor?
That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head.
Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted.
Oh, no. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asugi-san. It was my responsibility.
Aw.
Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning.
Heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too.
Huh.
Wonder what that is. Were they both hit on the head, perhaps? To forget? I mean, how can you You can't guarantee someone's going to forget about an event if you hit them on the head, right? That's fascinating. Guessing I can inspect this again, yeah. Oh, it's such a beautiful color, this glass. It looks like whatever was broken was clean too, but the other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's a brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish, according to the great detective you seem to know all about. Suppose it must be from Cosmo-san's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? But he's a great detective, of course. That's hardly a reason, is it? Wonder if there's anything else I can investigate here. Oh, this. Oh. I guess because it was relevant. And I guess why were the books? Because we reset the books up. I wonder why they were on their side. They were on the side on both sides. Oh, I forgot how to autoplay on. Hold on. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Beria. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. It's also strictly forbidden. So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules. She called it friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as yet. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the travel case in her cabin. A friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. Now the books, yeah. All the books provided for the passengers occupying this cavity, neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when I first looked around, if you remember. Oh yes, and you tied them up, didn't you? You have to look after the ship's property, unruly by having the cabin leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. Can't relax when things aren't tidy. I wonder if that ruins some evidence, perhaps. Probably not, but, you know. I reckon that is gonna come into play later on, though. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's anything else to inspect in here, so I should probably move out. Yep, we're getting a date timestamp. Yep. It means we're going the right way. 9th of January, SS Beria, first class cabin, passageway. Ah, look, Naruhara-san. See, man, Stroganoff is gone. Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Stroganov. Tra-la-la. There's a nice waltz. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. great detective way. Oh wait, that's fucking. That's It's me, Sholmes. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin when we can and investigate. It's Kazuma. Definitely, before that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot. Alright. I'm assuming he's not... Oh no, he is just fucking there. Okay. Also, it looks like I can investigate thoroughly, but can't find anything out of place. Okay. Oh, I guess that's... Yeah, hold on. What are you doing? Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look. Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing. Look at something as he sings to himself.
Tra-la-la-lee-lee-lay, I did it the great detective way.
He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us?
There's something in extremely high spirits. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when the yard bit off more than it can chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Sherlock was about.
Excuse me.
I solved it all, and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way.
Mr. Sholmes! Ah! What the fuck? The fucking animation! Holy shit.
What is it? You want to fight?
Honestly, interrupting
Interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish.
Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is as good a time as any.
I very nearly dropped to the floor with one of my famous right hooks.
Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away? Look at those fucking fists. Holy shit. Holy shit. This animation. That's so funny. I love this man. He's so great.
Mr. Sholmes, you seemed to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman, who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log.
And did you find anything useful from it?
Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of entries are blank.
Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so...
You truly are human from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it.
Sorry?
Your logic, my boy, is inverted.
Whatever you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem that the shame crewman often stands sentry in this first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour.
Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes.
Nothing to report?
Right, because there's nothing been written, it means he wasn't recording it. I wonder.
Precisely, put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last
night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Nothing to report, Professor!
Do you mean? Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post.
What kind of circumstances? What happened?
That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file.
Okay.
Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes brilliance?
Oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt?
Oh, don't worry yourself.
I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason.
Nothing more.
All of us, yeah.
Gas, perhaps? Well, my friend, until the next encounter.
Okay, Sholmes, see you later.
He's still singing to himself. I can hear as he wanders down the passageway.
Oh, great detective! He's singing a theme song to his TV show.
Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in thought.
It's just, well, I feel the same.
Sorry?
Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing.
Oh, you too?
Interesting. I guess I can investigate the log. Oh no, the log's just fucking gone. Did he take it?
That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it.
No, well, that stands to reason.
No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that.
Okay. What's in here now?
Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san. Oh, where's she's gone?
Oh.
Hey, what are you doing?
Those are her private things.
There's not a moment to waste, Naruto-san. Let's investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right, for Kazuma's sake.
Oh, the pet's gone. Oh no.
Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long until we arrive at port, in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruto-san. By ourselves if we have to.
Ah.
Yes, we will!
Alright. Well, first thing that comes to mind is... Oops!
Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open! It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret.
I mean to do that.
Because you're not allowed to bring animals on board the Vesperia. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now?
One of the headaches because, like, they tilted the ship and everyone hit the fucking wall or something. I don't know. Investigate this. What's this?
All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one.
Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps?
He's toppled too, though. Exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Kazuma's cabin.
Is the friend Kazuma? Oh my god. You are so obsessed with Kazuma, Curb.
Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against a bookcase. I don't know, would she really be practicing ballet on the same night as she ran away from a ballet company? Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage.
I refuse to apologize for that. Don't. Fucking be proud of it. You should be. Except I'm not sure actually. He's kind of dead now. So
not everything bad that happened on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in a disarray.
wardrobe.
Naruto-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know.
I love the humor in these games.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure you could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend in there, but no such luck.
What's this thing?
There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin as well.
Yes, it's spell cord. I can't resist.
Oh my god.
She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug too.
No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come.
We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Why did we bring it then? Ah! Ah, yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, this is Spurious rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needs to keep the contents of her case a secret after you read it. A special friend, I mean.
I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. Probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine.
I just hope Seaman strong enough doesn't find her throw it overboard.
Oh, yes. So do I.
I wonder if the pet actually escaped last night. And that's what caused him to not report shit. I wonder.
This cabin door is the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anyone could enter the cabin from outside.
Yes, it's not a particularly heavy bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it?
No, and the door's made of metal, so there's no chance of trick using... Oh no. Oh no, it totally did. It totally did. They used gravity, I think, because all the books slid across, so the bolt must have slid across as well, and that's how it was a locked door puzzle. That's probably how we solve it. I bet that's what it is. And that's why everyone has a headache. I'm guessing that's what it is, at least. I'm not sure if it's related to the headache, but at the very least, I think they made the boat kind of go fast enough on a wave or something to make it tilt. I'm not sure how they did it, though. I don't know how they'd actually achieve that consistently. No, and the door's made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets on board it from the outside.
And it seals up perfectly too. Stop any seawater coming in. So you can use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack in the door either.
I seem to know a lot of tricks from opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me.
Anything else you can investigate? Oh, this dock.
So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door.
Yes, although what a full ship builder must... a full ship builder must be to open the ventilator into another room.
Ah, maybe. It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would not notice and raise the alarm.
Or occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning.
That is a possibility. Anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. Ah, what's that?
Oh shit.
Shut down the emission and vessel sighted. Quarter mile force. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands will brace for impact. What the?
Alright, the fucking...
I think that's a question coming out of the ship.
What? Sasa-san, hold on to me. Ah!
Oh.
Sasa-san, are you alright? Injured at all?
I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruto-san.
Yeah, the door locked and all the books are toppled over again.
It looks like we avoided the collision.
I think...
Yes, the ship has come to a stop.
Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruto-san? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Hello, is anyone in the treasury? Hello, is anyone? Oh, that sounds like. What's that?
Oh, hello, is anyone there? Yes,
Inspector Hosonaga.
is that you in there, Naruto-san? Unbolt the door, quickly!
What? The boat? Uh-huh. Look at that. That's how it was locked overnight. And I guess that's how we had a sore head as well then. The door bolted. Did you do that, Sato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And... Look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Uh-huh. Naruto-san, you aren't going to open the door and let an inspector in? I better tidy this place up first. A violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Oh, that was short. That was shorter. That was really short than the first part of this, I guess. Investigation part 3. Yeah, wow. Lots of investigation. Don't be another death. Don't be another death. Miss Pavlova's cabin. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath and gently set back the bolt. Oh.
You, what are you doing, Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good.
Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were about to collide with another ship.
Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though.
Oh, how did that happen?
There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see something unless I thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered an alarm, and that's why I made him into a shop.
You know what I bet? I bet it's Sholmes testing something. I bet it's absolutely just Sholmes testing that's how the door could have locked.
Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere. This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment.
Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm. Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah! You wicked intruder! Dressed all in black! You are the devil! Sorry, me. I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it.
That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector!
Yes.
Arrest this man. I know he did it. He's a criminal. Is it not that enough that he's killing him?
Duh! And he has stowaway as well. It fixed the purposes to not steal chicken, you believe?
Take him away. He's a trespasser as well as everything else.
Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are devil.
It doesn't look good, does it?
They will sell below deck. Don't you mean? Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police.
Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, there's nothing to do.
This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options.
This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even look yet. I should have looked. Holy shit. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Okay, we're gonna just act like we didn't see that for a moment.
I just need to keep calm and focus on the task at hand. We're investigating. That's it for things.
You want me to show you a careful cabinet?
Hey, yeah. Okay, that didn't help. Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think you're doing? Wow, everyone's attacking me. And I was just starting to think she was my friend. Is there anyone who can get me out of this mess? Okay, I'm guessing I just gotta go talk to fucking Sholmes.
You've got yourself in a difficult situation here by entering this cabin uninvited, I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just so desperate to find a clue.
I'm afraid there's really nothing more I can do to help. Push my luck any further, a punch to the face would be the least of my worries.
I'm really sorry.
I have to take responsibility for giving you the freedom to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. Now this has happened, I'll have to report to the cabin at once.
I really need some help here. I need a savior to rescue me from this crap. Please, just give me a little more time.
I'll do nothing for you, except show you where to ship's prisons on.
Thanks, but no thanks. But I'm innocent. I didn't kill anyone.
And trespassing and stowing away.
Well, you know, sometimes life can lead you down some unusual avenues, and, well...
Enough. You are guilty. Ship's cell only place fit for you.
Come on, there has to be someone. Some savior to be switching to taxes. Miss Pavlova, can I...
Get out!
Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but
Get out! No!
we just need to investigate here to help understand what happened to...
I can't read that.
It's no use. She's not going to listen. I need to find someone who will...
Sir?
What the... What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes!
Why does he have the fucking tiara as well?
Naturally, I was analyzing what the weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? There isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh no.
Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then?
Isn't it obvious to properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles? Naturally.
Oh my god, I thought he was doing like a little dance. No, he was doing this fucking punching animation just to the side. Okay.
I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce.
I never know whether to take the man seriously or not.
Ah, you again, the great detective. Hi, Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than the on the wall. What is to report? Speak!
An urgent report from the great detective can mean but one thing.
Yes, the case of a curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Burya, has been solved by me, naturally.
What?
Really?
Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case.
He really likes the word great.
Ha! You have solved it. Even a hedgehog understands this case.
Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog!
We all knew who was responsible for killing the student boy this morning when we found criminal in the wardrobe. It is this doorway, and he has handcuffs to prove it.
I didn't do it.
The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because, as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from inside. That means the culprit must be someone who is inside the cabin.
Yes, that's what's called a lock for a mystery detective stories.
Da! Lock the room! That is point!
The room was locked.
Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin.
You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not the so-called locked room at all.
What?
What?
Oh yes, there is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What's other interest? We never discovered one. Why, it kept open mouthed to you even as we speak. The ventilator, man.
No.
The ventilator. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole.
That's because your arms are as thick as a tree trunk.
You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening. It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing the ventilator.
It must be the chicken. The speckled band.
Mr. Sholmes, do you mean? Are you referring to the words customer someone wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound.
Must be the...
1:35 a.m. It looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Is it Grille or Grill? I don't know.
Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin.
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing?
There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not. I am ready. What I'm about to expose you for you all to see will shock you to your cause. Behold!
What the?
Holy shit, it's a snake.
Oh, it's a snake!
Oh, I see.
Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the speckled band.
A snake?
Indubitably.
Where the fuck did the snake come from?
Mr. Sholmes, just one thing.
Pray, what troubles you?
Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say?
Yes, you're right. I think in this case you'd have to call it the striped band, wouldn't you?
You both see and observe with this distinction, however. Do you not think that this is precisely the trap in which the culprit wishes you to fall?
Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap.
How exactly?
I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova?
What do you think he's going with this? Because I know we're gonna have to correct him, but like...
I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me.
There are two conclusions I've drawn from the facts. Number one. Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two. That same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life.
No.
She's turned white as a bowl with rice again. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head.
This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi.
This looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head.
I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Great deduction. Intruder's identity.
Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole the victim's capital? Why, naturally, it was the friend which used aboard this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale lie. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing servant who received the torrents. And yet, that fact leaves us within a quandary. The victim's written observations of the night in question tell of a speckled bag, whereas regrettably, the specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation, then, can we give, pray?
What was the sight that filled up the victim's eyes last night? Hi, Bane! Seems to burl your nuts and fucking... And that I leave. Alright, goodbye. God damn it, Bane. Why you do this every fucking time?
No, don't look at me, that has nothing to do with it. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that's what you were trying, failing to conceal. The snake swelled skin. Okay, no, I don't think that's it. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slid it next door. Using the bell cord on the other side of the bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled man. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake, whose markings change each time it sloughs its skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India.
Okay. Okay, sure. Now, Miss Asugi died.
Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we were to take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence of ferments at the scene of the crime.
Oh no, could there be?
Yes, an examination of the disease spot will prove the cause of death conclusively. No. Stop. The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fang. Yes, the vestiges of snake would. Okay.
This makes no sense.
There is no point in feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary ones betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to that victim's death in that traveling case.
Not quite right.
When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside.
You don't.
It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound you heard minutes before his death. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you would use to train your serpent friend.
Train?
Indeed, you put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. But the victim appeared to not have been dispatched. You released the snake once more. That rhymed. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training?
It's not true.
Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending its existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the young man's life. There can be no doubt my logic is infallible.
It is very fallible.
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of the speckled band.
Okay, sure, whatever you say.
Miss Pavlova trained her pet snake as a killing machine.
Okay. Okay, I believe you. Hold up. I need to just change some stuff. Let's see if I can get more comfortable real quick. Let's see. Okay, let's try this. That might be better for me. I need my controller.
There, on the floor, you will observe a source of milk. The promise of food is key to training any creature.
Huh. Okay.
Incredible! You've solved the mystery!
Amazing, your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Sherlock Holmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand.
Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
But of course, what's on your mind?
It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me.
I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly.
Oh, well, good. First of all, snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
You are well informed, madam.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Ah,
It's only really mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it'd be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
no matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other trick to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was nearly an example of the logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Ah,
Yes, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling.
but madam, what of the tales from a radio?
Have you not heard of the snake that danced to the sounds of the flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless.
Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. There's one other thing.
You have more?
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these games.
Then it should try harder.
Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had part in this.
Oh no! Oh no, he's so depressed. Oh no. Okay. We don't have to correct him, right?
I think we need to step in here and open.
Oh no, we do have to correct him. Never mind. Okay.
Oh no, you don't mean. Yes, we need to modify Mr. Scholl's deduction to turn into the great ones they ought to be.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Malfoy. Yes, right. So, cast your eyes down to your wrists. What? You've done it again!
Your hand clasps are gone.
Where did they go? Fear not, I shall see that they're restored after all this time.
I really wish you'd leave them off.
Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud again. His logic and reasoning spectacular.
Okay. Course correction.
Hold it, Mr. Sholmes.
Miss Pavlova, movement.
Okay, we've seen this already. Alright, let's course correct this. So... Making hot. This is a... Okay, what is this about?
She does have a pained expression on her face.
Yes, that's true. She looks as though Cosimo Somerset is weighing heavily on her mind.
But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly. Is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then?
Let's take a moment. Really look closely at Miss Pavlova.
I'm guessing it's her hand, right? Oh, I see it. I see it.
Oh, not a son. That looks like a very painful wound. It looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently too.
Where'd the snake come from then?
Well, whatever scratched it, there's no beauty around here.
Yes!
It's the Xenogears battle animation transition.
Yes, when you recall those horror events, that claw scratch sparks his pain.
Indeed, a very simple observation reveals that the wound is still fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch? Sometime last night. Ah.
When I think about the young man who died actually, I feel so sad. When I'm sad, pain from this wound is worse.
And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin important tonight? Why naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded the vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without a doubt, your friend is a writhing serpent.
I don't think that's right.
It seems like the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hat was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they?
They don't.
No, they don't. Don't even have clams or feet on which claws might grow.
Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is?
What's the true identity of a friend of hers?
What's the true identity of a friend?
If our location not Earth so that's why we'll find the answer.
Okay. Ah. It's a cat. I knew it was a cat.
Yes!
Wait. Oh no! I need to investigate it first? It's a friend, that's your friend.
What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh my god.
Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. But that hurt.
Yes, a lot. Oh god, okay.
I'm really sure Miss Pavlova was aiming at her friend.
Okay. Oh god, really? I had to investigate it first? I should have thought to do that. I don't know why I didn't. I was like, let's make this faster. Okay. Well, that stinks. Don't get too ahead of the game. That's the one thing. Yeah, here we go.
Ah, look at the photograph in this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away.
She's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she?
Yes, that's true. But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that caught my eye. Maybe we better take a closer look at this.
Oh, I had to do this.
Look at the little kitten. Okay. What a cute little kitten.
What a cute little kitten. It could vie with you.
For the bucker's outfit. A black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it. That must be a stage costume she's wearing.
It's quite stunning. I would like to have something like that.
She's wearing the 20,000 rubles on her head as well. Look.
It's called a tiara, Naruto-san. And you shouldn't think of it purely in terms of its value.
She must be a strong old woman. Turn her back on the world stage and run away all on her own. Yes!
Here we go.
Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us.
Yes, the scratch on your backhand makes it that one.
Oh no.
The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear. But what is clear is that you brought on the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you?
Ah! Doc is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind.
Doc would appear to be of Russian birth. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observation of the night in question is a tale of a speckled bat, as regretted. This specimen's markings do not fit the description in any way. What explanation can we then give? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? Why'd she bring it out?
There's nothing to do with it.
But the answer to this quandary hidden behind your back. Yes, that's what you are trying. A failure to conceal can only be the snake's slow skin. Yeah, okay.
Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid behind her back.
She just left it in her pocket. No one would have ever known.
Oh yes, clothes like that are Mr. Sean's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced to reveal something.
I thought deduction was a specialty. Maybe making me believe that was a ploy too.
Anyway, it might hard to believe that his skin is the same.
In which case, was Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back?
What is it?
Well, it's speckled and there's a band, but what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth or something.
It's the toy to play with the cat.
And it looks like a handle on it. I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort of common in the West, apparently.
I think that may be a cat toy. It's sort of common in the West, apparently.
How is that a toy for cats?
Cats like to check the band around a paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. I need to wave in front of them, and they pounce to catch it.
Haha, that sounds positively adorable.
That's the way.
Yes! Yes! The thing you're trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy.
Precisely. And the true nature of the now infamous speckled band.
Ah!
And if it was this toy that you dangled in the vent, you waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it.
But why? For what reason?
My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. After a feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toys inside the cat creature to return.
Ah!
In summary, the nature of this friend, Miss Pavlova, which was last time portrayed in the crime, is a blithesome Russian woman by the name of Darka. A truly troublesome feline young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You'll forgive us for borrowing the photograph as your pet, Miss Pavlova. Oh, I see. You just conveniently have the photographs lying around there, huh?
It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. scratched the back of my hand, and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Taka, she was so naughty.
A beloved kitten. Alright. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. I read this before, so... How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data which have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by... I'm fucking up his voice, but it's fine.
Mr. Strom says it's true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere in Cosmo's son's body. That's right. But Mr. Shom seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Cosmo wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. Yes! In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report.
Ah, yes, I knew it was one or the other.
His neck was...
Indeed. The breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only the Goliath would be strong enough to survive.
Semen strong enough, it's not some sort of immortal freak, you know.
The jury is out. Anyway, we have good authority. The victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to assert affirmative the scene of the crime.
Could there be?
Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the death conclusively.
Cosmo died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something. Or someone. Yes, it's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably Darka did suddenly creep up behind him a fatal blow. I suppose. It's possible that he'd have fallen and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible lack of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Oh yes, a bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe that Cosmo saw though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix the seduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain how this happened? Yes!
Mark on the floor. Did he just fall and die? Really?
Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively.
This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish.
Shoe polish?
Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis of that sort in front of me, which I now carry as a matter of course. I see. Beeswax, tallow and dye were the result, the undeniable ingredients of shoe polish.
And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's lace leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped.
Please, no.
And by dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against an immovable object. Movable object came out on the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instance, he lost his life.
No!
I love how the reactions stay the same.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene when Mr. Asogi lost his life?
Yes, the facts are as clear as day. You did all you could to conceal the evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays a hiding place you chose.
That's right. You hid evidence that links you in the traveling case.
No, that's not right.
I don't believe it. Cosmo-san was merely tripped and over and... Now he's no more?
Can't be true. I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened.
But...
And if this part of Mr. Strom's deduction is right, Ms. Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this...
Oh, she hit the emergency thing to make the cat come back. Oh, I see. Oh, that's so unfortunate. What the fuck?
Where, I wonder?
Let's have a good look around. There must be here somewhere.
I think. No? Waste paper basket, maybe. Yeah.
There's a waste paper bucket. Perhaps all the first class got it.
But only Miss Pavlova started occupying this cabin late at night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the bell on the cat. I see. Oh, I see.
It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you.
Yes! That's right. You're the evidence that leads you in the waste paper bucket.
Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object. It would seem. That has a familiar air.
Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Akasogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly.
So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, would be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin?
Yeah.
You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know, in that hushed Russian accent of you once every this time here, girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question.
What?
Take it away, Mr. Nottingham.
Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell. That would be... Yes! If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see. Hanging from darkest collar. The very glass bell in question.
The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall.
And the cause of that fateful stumble?
Your absent feline friend, Darka.
I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry.
Death by tripping over a cat. Deduction complete.
Elementary.
That's really unfortunate. He really fucking died like that?
Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night.
It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands.
People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments.
She was so fast, she disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her.
And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it.
Yes. And I had read the, rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed darker with me.
Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really.
So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, it must be sleeping.
So at that point, you thought it safe to try and lure the teacher by dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and joining cabin.
Dark always loves this toy, but it didn't work, nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return.
So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Pavlov trying to save a cat. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened.
Yes, there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... I nearly passed out with the shock. I heard her cry out, and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. And afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent.
Kazuma was...
Oh, really?
From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. Mrs. Berger is a live wrestler, but even she can pitch and roll violently with that one. If Miss Asugi was really off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could have easily caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards?
In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator.
Yet Dark is nowhere to be seen.
I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she's disappeared again.
Gracious, that cat is insufferably as restless as I am.
Well, he knows something about himself at least.
When I woke this morning, I heard a young man in the cabin next to me had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back.
Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake?
You're right, where is it?
If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it? And where did it come from? Oh my god, he's petting it? What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing aboard the ship?
Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Pirosoko. What?
What?
That snakes belong to you. He escaped from cage when emergency alarm. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him here.
Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin?
But animals not permitted on board. Ha! We at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without Kurorin? Without someone who understands?
Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better?
But my dear bird friend, fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake. Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting in here. No venom. Pirosoko does not have venom. He is harmless, very wrong, but gentle. He is adorable, like a granny. It's venomous. Yes, now he is hungry, so he in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile.
And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose?
Ha! Like they say in milk chickens. Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only stupid stories.
Pizorokos meat mouse. Big fat. Oh, that's why there's a mouse trap. Ah. Oh, so is that what the mouse trap in the passageway out there was for?
Of course. How else can I catch friends with my favorite server food?
Nothing says stop the food shade like the look in the eyes right now.
It refuses to drink milk, it can't hear a whistle, it can't climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? It is not my fault. I do not make up stories. My visual score has nothing to do with each incident.
So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death.
Miss Pavlova. I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. But
What are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events. An accident.
I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't put my finger on it.
It's the locked room and the... Yeah, she hit the alarm.
I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter.
Oh,
I am only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction.
a distraction?
I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable.
Ah, not again. When did you do that?
Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my invention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we can make a next port call.
You were Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours, was he not?
Yes. Cousin Will was my closest friend. I was into my freedom, even.
In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. We must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, whatever that may be. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear.
This is like Ace Attorney Investigations, actually.
The truth about how you really died, about how the scene of your cabin really came to be.
This is customer's theme, isn't it?
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Excellent.
Is it? Actually, maybe no, it isn't. I don't actually know. I forgot what customer's theme sounded like. I'm pretty sure it had more Asian instruments though.
Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo.
So then, shall we begin?
Yes!
But we should ponder first. Is the victim who lost his life in the cabin was bolted shut from the inside? Was this truly an unfortunate accident, or was in fact no accident at all? That's what we must establish in the first instance. But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed over to the ventilator. Tragic, yes. It's still
Hold it! Wait! Let's take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened. It doesn't.
I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts. Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right there in Cosmo's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't have possibly been a mere accident.
Really? Let us show us our hand. Listen, the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally the victim's death no more than a mere accident.
Oh, is it the handwritten thing? Perhaps.
Yes!
The truth is clearly recording in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor.
That script, it's Russian, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. The word written means wardrobe.
I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese, in this case.
But maybe he's studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast.
That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death.
Oh.
Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead.
That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if it was level of the truth.
Well, we became a zombie for a brief moment.
What?
So Sasato's known as noted it too. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives us the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves that this was no accident. In other words...
What is it? Hold on. Hang on. Another piece? Okay, hold on. A remnant of something that could not have possibly been there. If what Miss Pavlova told us was true. Oh, the
Yes!
bell, right?
This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor.
But that's a glass belt the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about it. It was broken half and the victim tripped over and fell. We already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic?
Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw, a fatal flaw.
If that's really what happened.
If that's really what happened. And how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin?
Ah,
Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova?
I don't. But these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Miss Asogi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged her scene to disguise the truth, in order to cover up his or her own guilt.
Okay.
Yes, there's someone else present in Miss Asogi's...
you are wasting time. Someone else was there. Duh, of course, we know this.
What are you talking about?
Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in.
Oh, yes. No, we're not. No. We can sort this out really quickly.
And only other person in the cabin was you.
Okay.
Yes!
It's true. I was in the cabin when it happened.
You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details.
But I know the rush. I don't know I could have left that message.
But not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details.
Would you mind?
Ha 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 ha! Forgive me, my dear fellow.
As I was saying, the person in question wrote the wardrobe in the wardrobe in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, as though I've been asleep in there for the entire time. And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor, for fear of becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. Asogi.
Why wouldn't a person have taken all the pieces of the bell then? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions.
Yes, well,
It was past 1 o'clock in early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would have been light, barely cast any light on the people there. It's a wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item.
You suspect me, don't you?
Oh wait, I see why he has the snake, because he has the fucking marks around his face. Now I understand why he has those marks. Seaman Stroganoff!
Nina is a woman of the sea. Woman of sea, she is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship, a member of the ship's band. You do not describe ship eloping criminal.
Ah, so that's it.
You say that one young student I knew was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth.
Well, this is almost interesting.
And why would you give your tooth? How can you be so sure? You are a great detective. You should know. Look through the eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go in cabin. Not Nina. Not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through a locked door? Yeah, it's impossible.
He's right. But wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie a thread around the door latches, so they can open and close them from the outside.
Red, are you stupid? This book is not bound.
Certainly not.
There are watertight doors of what I would bet. Expect to find on every modern, on steamship. Constructed of heavy steel, with not a gap in sight. Threads, needles, or magnets could have been used.
No, of course not. I thought so too. That's not what I suggested earlier, so... Sato-san, how could you shift it onto me like that?
So Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been disrupted from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method in mind that have been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you?
A way to shut the bolt of this cabin door from the outside. One way does spring to mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, and so should you, because we've seen it happen.
Indeed we have. So would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo?
Point out the
telling sign.
Yes! Look at the bookcase there. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before.
Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over.
Right, that's the wrong voice. I need to get a more unique voice for Hosonaga. Shit.
I believe what's known as the force of inertia.
Is nothing Susato doesn't know? Sato-san doesn't know?
Or that isn't a book at least? Well, whatever it's called. The same force that pushed over those books on the bookcase. Also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door. Huh. It was very obvious after just the emergency stop that happened in the miniature. We'd come into this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. But then...
Hello, is anyone in the service?
Oh, that sounds like... Inspector Hosonaga! Oh yes! That's it! When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across the locked door. Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of ineptia. Neptunia, if you want to call it. Hyperdimension Neptunia!
Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Sasogi was killed?
No animation for the books, because it's just a PNG.
that the SS Burium had an emergency stop. When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All of the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all of the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over.
Oh yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I?
Then when we came in, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like Mr. Asogi's cabin.
Oh my.
Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova?
Are you out of your mind? You said Burium made an emergency stop. It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Looks just saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine. Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm.
Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you only to press a button in times of emergency.
On dark nights, when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone, hence the placement of a number of buttons around the emergency. There. Yeah. Okay. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Stroganoff pushed it. Wait, it was you? When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today.
Mr. Sholmes, surely it wasn't you who...
As I always say, a button has but one purpose in one life. Is that meant to be a pun? To be pressed, whatever the occasion.
Homer sounds proud of himself.
How dare you, Miss Ship? I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now. Now, I'm sure that can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learnt a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts in the cabin doors slide. So, what we must now consider...
Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi. Did the ship make an emergency stop, or did it not?
You are idiots. Burium is huge making stop even in the middle of the night. There'll be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Miss Naruto?
Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea.
Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruto?
Fascinating. Do show us, my good man.
What evidence promotes a theory that
The ship's lost.
Yes! Seaman, Stroganoff.
Seaman. I should probably say Seaman instead of Seaman.
It's your duty to patrol the first class area of the ship, isn't that right?
No, that is correct. Why?
And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the details of your duty.
What do you do with that? That is mine. You rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift drawer in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with mind to return it to you. I left it on there on purpose. That is where I put it always.
The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase nothing reported every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night up till the first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all.
Nothing recorded in the log. That is... dumb, because nothing happened.
But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report. Good morning, Professor, nothing to report, wouldn't you?
Indeed, so... Which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Burium. Something sufficiently... Good morning, Professor, nothing to... Hey, you stole my line! Yeah. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact.
Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night?
Stop talking rubbish. if I'm perfectly honest, I find it a little hard to believe myself.
Oh, why?
Well, because if something as major as emergency stopping really happened, surely all of us would have noticed.
That's very true. It's the emergency stop we experienced earlier. We all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. Can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night.
Well, no. That's a good point.
What of the throbbing? Sorry, what do you mean? Your head, man.
Your head, man.
The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Oh, yes. I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today.
No have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn.
Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected.
He's right. My head's been throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening,
Oh, excuse me.
everything has felt sort of hazy.
Don't get ahead of your head, Shaw. I don't remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe.
Then the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point.
Why didn't wake up when all that was happening to me? Or if it knocked everyone out.
Tell me, Mr. Naruto, you boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, well, yes. Sorry.
The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive?
Ah, well, Cosmo looked after me.
He was always happy to share meals.
So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday?
Yes, in fact, I had all of that. Cosmo wasn't fond of chicken.
Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all?
That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant?
My dear fellow, does that not strike you?
Oh, the chicken was poisoned. It was like food poisoning.
Do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken?
I do.
No, really? Is that really true?
The meal prepared for the vessel's life has been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a suffix designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. A sleeping drug.
Do you mean whoever did this lace meal with the sleeping drug? No, okay.
Mr. Naruto, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea.
Precisely. Lacing every meal with every passenger with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator.
What?
Mr. Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes.
Well, see, man. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew, and the captain himself, would be hauled over the coals for aiding and abetting a renegade.
Ah, it's the big guy.
Please, no. I will tell everything. I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore.
These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe.
Yes. So when I decided to run away, I had some tell me.
We all agreed to help. Everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet. Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. You are right. We put sleeping dog in chicken last night.
Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point.
Da, we could not make all drug. How do you say? Dissolve?
Talk about heavy seasoning.
At midnight, in what is near Shanghai, we brought our angel aboard. She was helped by Conrad on shore, with a small fishing boat.
While all the passengers of the SS Burrier slept soundly.
Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained.
So if that's what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova.
Stroganoff and Pavlova. His name is Biff Stroganoff, isn't it? That's so funny. Hold on, people. Yeah, Biff Stroganoff. That's so funny. I don't know what the Nicolina is meant to be a pun on.
And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door.
Chicken and pavlova does sound like a terrible meal combination.
But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been chaos.
Oh, I wouldn't say so.
Of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meals of chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug.
Quite, and accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins.
Yes.
The overwhelming majority of passengers would have habitually sleep in the cabin till anyway. And not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to emergency stop in the early hours of the morning.
You have talked a long time and said many things. What is the point?
The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian uniform in an attempt to incriminate the murder. Someone who tried to desperately hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All talk in a busy night.
But I don't know anything about any of this. I'm just a little girl.
You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories we don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. A laudable trait. What? I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhoro.
Oh, yes?
Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind.
What? Accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me.
Proof of involvement, man.
But you can't hear such call with your ears. No, you must hear it with your eyes. For the observation is the basis of all deduction.
What are you talking about? I believe the time has come, and so have I. For one final logic and reasoning spectacular, to expose the truth.
Okay.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistant.
With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes?
With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, these two wow!
Observation?
If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know... Okay, I should probably pronounce it differently if they're speaking in English. If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate their evidence, don't we?
tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence of these two that were there were.
Precisely. You were delightfully quick to grasp my meaning.
Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died.
Aha, I found it. If I can inspect it, that'd be love.
Yes!
Lean. There we go.
Seaman Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there.
Yes, I am. I don't know where the dirt comes from.
So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain.
What are you trying to say?
It would appear that the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's living room.
I think what made it is clear.
Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo.
I should really do it in the fucking like really fucking bad front end.
Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure.
Alright then, the evidence that proves what stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is.
Must be this.
Yes!
Crime scene photograph. There we go.
Yes! It's this photograph, and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform.
Ink? A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. But the penny drops. The penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of the uniform is ink of exactly the same color.
It's ink of exactly the same color.
If the ink had been dry, it couldn't have been possibly stained by the uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present at the cabin in the moment immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yes, it was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Burger do emergency stop and both cabin doors shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel.
Biff, please. I want Stroganoff.
Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet.
Like shit. I'm sorry about the pronunciation I'm doing.
Biff, please, you must help me.
I went with you. To the door of cabin number was almost open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here?
Please, don't tell anyone. My little one. My little furry friend.
Everything that happened in the cabin is like Angel told you.
The kitten escaped through ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor.
Yes, that is right. So after the incident, then the cat ran away. Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers.
I see. So he did die out of an accident. They just tried to conceal it so that Pavlova wouldn't be suspected. Gotcha.
Only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor that when she went to look. No, Angel. The door was not locked, so she opened to look and you already know what happened after.
That's a real shame.
There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
What?
When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why?
I already told you. When Dina opened the door of student's cabin and looked inside.
I was asking Miss Pavlova.
Well, Miss Pavlova?
Dark.
Yes.
Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I was scared.
I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last?
Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck, therefore the victim died instantly, and the unfortunate incident precipitated his death, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, then there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruto?
Well. Kazuma tripped and fell. Some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck. Which part of this photograph seems unnatural?
Is it his neck?
Yes!
No. Okay.
Allow me to offer you a piece of advice regarding the pursuit of detection. When noting a crucial point, it can be helpful to keep your eyes open.
They were open.
And it can be equally helpful to use.
Sorry, I'll try that.
Oh, something by unnatural, isn't it? A word written in a foreign language underneath his fingertips, surely.
That particularly crass detail was orchestrated by the culprit. No, I mean to identify another point.
Right, okay. Because how does he know he was in the thing?
Imagine if you were losing footing yourself. Would you land as the victim has? What of your hands? You look like the sort of fellow who stumbles with some regularity. It should be an easy task.
Why do I?
Probably because by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck. Okay. Is it this? This is the other point I was thinking.
Yes!
Is his fingers there?
This word in Russian clearly wasn't written by Kazuma, so if you're looking for something unnatural, that's the obvious point.
Very true. It's certainly peculiar, but it's not what I meant by unnatural. That particularly crass detail is orchestrated by the culprit. I mean to identify another point.
Oh, I see.
Imagine if you were losing your footing yourself. In my opinion, if you land as the victim appears to die here, would be most unnatural. I'm sure you'll reach the same conclusion.
How thoughtful you are, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you for your gentle guidance.
Oh, I didn't lose any. Wait. Oh, that was wrong. Okay. Hang on, if he tripped and fell. It's not his hand.
Yes!
No, that's not it. Okay, I'm fucking stupid apparently. Let me save. Let's save for a while, huh? Which part is off? If he tripped, I'm just trying to visualize that. Is it this hand? Because
Yes!
okay. Right, because it's in a fist.
Alright, if he really drew to Phil,
This fist doesn't just seem quite right. Yeah, I thought it was one of his hands. I just wasn't sure which one.
The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat.
we see the victim with his left hand tightly pulled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he was gripping something.
What do you mean?
Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there? My dear fellow.
Mr. Sean, show us, please.
Why, of course, my dear madame. Would I keep you in suspense? This is what I had found.
Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle.
Yes, you're right.
Is that her earring? That's her earring.
Tells nothing.
I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks...
Yeah, it's her other earring.
It looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before.
Observation, Mr. Naruhodo, is the key.
What?
The truth is now tantalizingly close.
How did that crescent moon come into the customer's clenched fist?
This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe, find the answer with your own eyes.
Okay. Can I investigate first?
You're such petite ears among the beautiful hair.
They look like fucking Dumbo ears, honestly.
Oh, what's that? There's something dangling down from my ear. Yes, that's an earring. Wait, look, it's a crescent moon. Ah, they can be noted about now, surely. Yes!
Okay, I wasn't sure whether to present the left or right ear.
Miss Pavlova, on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well.
Oh. What?
And on your other ear, there seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little ink holding it on must have been broken, it seems.
Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have crossed that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear, perhaps just moments before you fell to the floor. In other words, last night, Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moment? Oh no!
Angel.
No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma?
When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boats in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible, long day. Daka, wait!
She thought she had to hide herself.
I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving at her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Daka would not come back.
What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh.
What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
The young man from your country was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Daka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend at my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin, Just a moment, sorry, but... Oh yes, I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah! Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina.
Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when you said that. You knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina?
Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment.
I can't follow him. I have to tell him the truth. I hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice.
I see. So you've run away.
Please keep our secret. Don't tell anyone.
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
He's going to pull the cord. He's going to call the captain. Why do you think I can trust him?
Oh no, he was going to talk to Ryunosuke.
Then it happened, everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Taka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me...
Oh, fuck. That's...
I pushed him. I don't even know why. No, I didn't. I was just so scared. And... I had to stop him from telling anyone about me.
That almost sounds like an accident, though. And that's when you went to fetch help from Seaman Stroganov, who was on duty in the passageway.
I heard Nina cry out and thud on floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like leaf. She looked like me and said,
Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere else to go.
So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kazuma's cabin to look like I did it. So that no one suspect the passenger in the cabin next door.
yes. I went into the cabin and looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway. In wardrobe, still sleeping.
Right, that's when you found me.
She worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway.
I closed wardrobe doors and put back paper aside, shrink paper aside.
Luckily for me, that's the only reason Sutherland started to believe me when I was innocent.
I dragged the young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling to write on the floor. I wrote, yes, wardrobe. And tell me, what of the glass bell?
It was by my feet, so I picked it up.
I see.
But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half.
Then Angel went back to cabin, and I finished her job.
By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway.
Yes.
That's so unfortunate. Really?
Accordingly, the Suspiria did indeed come to an emergency halt a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to side shut, creating the locked room mystery.
There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova.
What?
Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you've run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried that he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But even if you had to pull the bolt cord and call for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem?
It was what he said for first. That made me scared.
What he said first?
What are you doing at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, Hosonaga.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
He said an inspector was his friend.
Ah, yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard.
I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord,
May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova?
It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Sogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know.
He was going to find him.
What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain. But he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done.
No, he was walking over to it. I'm going to pull the cord. He was going to make it, then send me back.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make.
What? Another deduction?
I know exactly what it is. Yeah, he was looking to... Yeah. Yes, what action was the victim really about to take at that moment? God. This music's actually hitting me and making me feel real emotional. This really stinks. This really stinks.
Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed?
Oh god, this is actually... Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, that... No. Oh, no. They've managed to make Kazuma into a really great character in the restaurant. That's just... God damn it. Tearing up a bit. Oh god. Fuck.
First, consider the victim's location within his cabin.
That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still, that cabin has been my home for this time voyage.
This is how the cabin was last night. It was powerful for the customer's home.
Yes, exactly how it was.
Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes. There's one thing I've learned today. It's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze where it lands. So, when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? Take that!
Oh man. Oh man. Really? That got me. That fucking got me. That... Oh god. That's so depressing. that really got me. Holy shit.
Consider everything that happened last night. Certainly it may have looked as though his cousin was going to ring the bell cord.
Yes, however... What is directly beside the bell? The wardrobe.
The wardrobe.
And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping sound.
Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Miss Sogi's exact words last night?
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Oh no, I found this on YouTube. Oh no. Oh god.
Another opinion.
Yes, but not from a member of the group. No, Mr. Suga intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they may be able to help in some way, no doubt.
Oh, no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Suga was looking at.
Oh, that's so why? Nocturne, fittingly. Oh my god.
Things may have been very differently if we had.
Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that.
I'm sorry. Really. I'm so sorry. What have I done?
And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Berger was finally laid to rest. Oh, fuck me. I gotta be honest, I've never been this emotional at an Ace Attorney game before. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's fucking impressive. That's really fucking impressive.
What happened to Miss Pavlova now then?
Once we reach Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police in Scotland Yard.
What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? When the Russians tried to repatriate her?
Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out.
Mrs. Schultz can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then?
No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be here with her. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Seaman Stroganoff.
I wanted to help our Andrew, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, about how you lost a good friend. I will go with me now. I will give myself to British police.
That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste, but... well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you?
Da.
The worst part about it is no one's really at fault here.
Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan.
Yes, I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different.
So, you should get back to your cabin now.
We're going to Britain, though. I know that.
It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun, then. To think that only days ago, Kazuma and I was laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. That seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping?
Oh.
Sato-san.
Naruhodo-san, I didn't know how to return.
Well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack. You know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that.
I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that.
Sato-san.
had such grand ideas for the visit to Great Britain. So many dreams, and now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much.
Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. What is this?
Which other song? Inspector, my duty was to see Asogi safely to Great Britain, but I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down, and I would do anything to make up for my entire life.
Nobody blames you, Inspector. And I'm free again now, at least. Huh?
Ha 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 ha! Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting.
Sorry?
So I decided to restore it, for old time's sake, shall we say? You are a stowaway, after all.
Sholmes, you're on the mood.
Ah ha ha ha!
He thinks this is funny.
Mr. Sholmes. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened.
What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway.
The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant.
Was to be.
In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san.
My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely.
But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer.
Qualification, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid.
Oh, but
anyway, the voyage of the line still promises a good amount of time. Ample opportunity, I say, to find yourself another suitable lawyer.
yes.
Mr. Sato,
Yes.
do you think perhaps I might be able to do it?
But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless, are you studying law?
No, I'm not, but...
I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there's still more than a month before we reach English shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I have a month to which to study, to learn what I must to become a great lawyer in Great Britain.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, I need to do that.
That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days?
There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learnt enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But
why put yourself in such a difficult position?
for Kazuma, he said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can tell all that I can't let all that passion come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mr. Sato?
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say?
Are you serious?
One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable.
No, it's madness.
Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree?
Fascinating?
Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we had all uphold. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think.
I need to discuss what to do next and how to best make my report.
Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer?
I'd be delighted to help you.
I am
Judicial assistant, after all.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. I'd like you to take charge of this.
What, me? Are you sure?
I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Atsuki clan for generations.
Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it, always.
So then, Mr. Sato.
It seems we'll be working together for some time yet.
It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And for the next 40 days, I shan't get you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too.
Goodness, what is it?
Please throw me to the ground. 3 times.
What?
I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course, you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable failure.
No, you weren't shocked. You just found out about me stowing away. And the cabin door was locked from the inside.
No, I wouldn't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. Not just once, but 5 times.
Ha! That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it?
Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it.
No. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life.
Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed.
When did he see that?
I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling.
Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of ancient jujutsu technique.
Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. The Susato toss, yeah. Leaves your head swimming, believe me.
How beguiling. How do I pronounce this word? I've never thought about it. Beguiling? Beguiling? I actually don't know. I've only read it.
I'm a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I'm a somewhat accomplished boxer.
There he goes, dancing around again.
I wonder if you'd be so kind to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. Big dueling, gotcha.
Yes, I'd be honored.
Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madame.
Oh, of course.
On me. On Yuichi. Hang on, wait. Yuichi's, it's Yunosuke, isn't it? I'm getting confused with the main game. Yeah.
Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry.
Yeah. As you can see, it's right from the abdomen.
Oh yes. Arresting indeed. And that's what you call the Susato takedown, is it?
Actually, no. That was a Sato squash. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind.
Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan.
I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely.
A Japanese man's sword is a sword, Yunosuke. I can't be parted from a katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that.
So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much more compelling.
On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me.
Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what it is. What that was. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London.
Can't believe Cousin was a Fire Emblem character long. What a fantastic. There's no chord in this one, actually. That's honestly, I think this is the first one that's really basically focused on Adventure of the Runaway Room. I think this is the first game that's really focused on storytelling so much more than the puzzle solving aspect. I think this feels like, I wouldn't say it's the first game, but it feels very well put together so far, and I'm really looking forward to what happens next. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end tonight. We'll start case 3 next time. Oh, I'm loving this so much. Holy shit. I did not expect to get all emotional about that. It's very character focused. Yeah, I can see that. The only thing I'm a little confused about is why they haven't elaborated on what Yunosuke did in Japan. Like, he was a friend of Kazuma's, sure, but like, he wasn't studying law, so what was he studying? You know? But yeah, thanks for joining me, Curb. Thanks for listening to me cry. Holy shit. Oh my god, I can see why everyone loves Kazuma so much. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't know how to cook hamburger. Alright, good night. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.